Walk the field pregame. You already know what it is. Thank each one of you guys, organization, everybody, all the fans. Because of you, I'm here. Thank you guys. Whose house? Rams house. Whose house? Rams house. Whose house? Rams house. Whose house? Rams house. Talk about we got it. Welcome to the Niners-Rams tailgate, sponsored by the Brave Bakery Bread, Recover 180. Big shout out to all the fans that came out here, having fun, a great tailgate. Yeah, we don't like the Niner fans. We're Ram fans, but we're going to get along with them just for today, because you know what? We're going to beat them. Hey, make sure you take them back to the Brave Bakery. Pretzel buns are out and about. People love them. We're having a great time. Sal, you would have loved this, Sal, because I know you love that bread, boy. Whose house? Rams house.
Dripping blue and gold, Santa Clara bound. Showing out at the Super Bowl. Chilling with the homie Vince, tailgating in the parking lot. DJ Illmatic and Fat Albert, they got it locked. Golden Rams Barbershop, in case you don't remember, only shopping OC. They had Lombardi front and center. Your ops looking baffled. Shout out to Stafford. No more Cooper, Puka's the man. Get your quarterback hurt, playing around with Jared Verse. Strong side, top 5, love putting in work. Coach McVay, another game winning play. No more talk, there's only one squad winning LA. Rams Nation. Hey, let's have a conversation. Hey, let's have a conversation. Hey, let's have a conversation. The Mine and Sal Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Hey, let's have a conversation. Hey, let's have a conversation. Hey, let's have a conversation. The Mine and Sal Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Pull up, you got a minute for a conversation. Are you inspired? What's your purpose? What's your motivation?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a Brave Baker in the house, sponsoring the tailgate. We got pretzel buns, hamburgers. You guys make sure you grab them. The Brave Bakery Bread, sponsored by the Brave Bakery Bread. Thank you so much for sponsoring our tailgate. Gentlemen, we got Shagun Pulalunji from Kitten Heads Barbershop representing. I know he's hot. I don't know why he's wearing a jacket. 80-degree weather. He got some waves. He got oceans. He's contradicting himself because he got surfing and he's hot. Like this.
Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, that was a little bit of an intro, just rolling out the red carpet for our fan. Actually, the fan. You want to talk about who's the best Rams fan. You want to talk about who shows the most love for their favorite team. The NFL helps decide that every single year. All 32 teams, the voting process, it feels very damn good because it always seems like they get the right person every single year. And I can't think of a better person to represent Rams fans for the year 2025, an incredibly exciting year. I really wish they had got it done, especially for someone like this gentleman. If you've never met him, DeMond Jackson, the Rams NFL 2025 fan of the year, 40-plus years of fandom. He is a staple at every single home game, every tailgate. One of the funniest dudes you will meet. And if you've never met him before, he will embrace you. He'll help you find some Henny at the tailgate. If you can't find it at any of the other booths, he will hook you up. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, DeMond Jackson. What's good, brother? How you living?
What's up? What's up? Thank you so much. That was a great intro, great video. I need a clip of that video. You edited that so well. I'm just like, well, I did all that. Happy weekend. Thank you so much for having me on, Pierce. And hey, let's talk, man. Whose house?
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Rams house, baby. You got some of the chat here. Come on, Kobe. Good morning, sir. Welcome back. He missed the night stream, but he is here. Muad'Dib said he's got his iced coffee and his vegetables because he is a big vegetables man. He's big, strong, growing boy. He is. And, he also said that he let you win fan of the year this year because he wants it at home. 2026.
You know what's funny, Pierce? Somebody asked me, right? And I couldn't answer the question. I'm going to ask you the question before we. If you had a chance for the Rams to win the Super Bowl, either at Niner Stadium or at SoFi, what would you choose? I know they won it at SoFi already, but if you had a chance for them to win it in San Francisco or at SoFi, what would you choose?
I'm not going to lie. Santa Clara, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what I said too, dude, because that you went into Santa Clara, nobody can ever hold anything against you. You'd be like, oh, we won a Yale Stadium. Because, you know, Seattle fans are nice. Some of them are from Toronto. I met a lot of them. But the Niners, to win it, oh my! Ooh,
it's a level of disrespect for a divisional foe that cannot be undone. The joy that Seahawks fans get, the fact they got it done in Santa Clara, mind you, not San Francisco.
Yeah, my bad, Santa Clara.
It's tough, man. It's tough to watch them enjoy that. But you and I were both there, and I know we tried connecting when we were out there. That was more my fault because it was my first time doing any of that Super Bowl experience. And our another good tailgate friend here says good morning, and that is Chris.
Morning.
Yeah.
What up?
World
Tour?
World Tour Rams, baby. Let's talk about that a little bit because you get this whole fan experience. I got the outside version of it. You know, I did the Super Bowl fan experience. It was like a state fair for football fans. I did the Radio Row, but you got VIP treatment. So talk to us about getting to San Francisco, like what they put you guys through. Like what was it like, man?
First of all, they pay for our flight, hotel, and arrangements. So me and my cousin Malik, who I tailgate with, who's our tailgate bartender, we flew in from John Wayne Airport, landed in San Francisco about an hour and 55-minute flight. We're all hyped up and energetic. We're like, oh man, we don't know. Let's see what we expect. So we go to the hotel, and right when you check and you see the other fan of the year people there, you're like, wait, that's so-and-so from Jaguar. That's so-and-so from the Jags, Dallas Cowboys, and everybody's just checking in and we're all in the lobby, bro. We're like football nerds. We're like, hey, you're Devon. Okay, you're so-and-so. And it's just so much energy, bro. And me, I'm such a sports fanatic, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could talk about the Rams, but to talk about these other fans' teams and, you know, stuff like that was amazing. So we check in and we know we have to get ready because in a couple hours, the shuttle's going to pick us up and take us to the NFL honors. So we're just all talking. We check into the hotel, we shower up, take a power nap, get ready, go back to the lobby. The NFC and the AFC rep, you know, what do you call that? People showing us around. What is the word for that? Liaison or whatever. They come introduce.
Liaison. I was gonna say connoisseur. Something. That's not the right word.
There you go, connoisseur or something. The people that are in charge of us, right? So they come in, lady from the AFC, lady from the NFC over here, AFC over here. So we're just talking. We all load up in two different buses, man.
They split you guys into the divisions.
yeah, they did because there's so many people, right? So they have like two different buses. So the AFC bus over here, NFC bus over here. So we're like, oh man, we're going to the NFL honors, and then we're on the bus and we're just talking about, well, how'd you become fan of the year? What made you fan of the year? You know, people know the bios, but to get to know these people and talk to these people, you can see why they became fan of the years, man. I'm just like, wow. And then they load us in the red carpet, like, yeah, okay, you guys are gonna walk the red carpet, and Captain Morgan's upstairs, gonna have unlimited food and libations, drinks. I'm like, whoa, for real food? Okay. Ooh. So we're on the red carpet, man. That's where, you know, we see the players. You saw me take a picture with Puka.
You right there. That's you right there.
My cousin Malik. We saw, you know, I'm walking the red carpet. I'm dancing. I'm doing my thing because I'm so hyped up, man. Me and Malik are the most hyped up people there, man. We know we are. We're like, we're here. Like, this is crazy. Like, we're just hyped up. People are like, what's up? Where are you from? Ram fan, come over here. So, you know, I said, man, Malik, think about this. We're here. I'm representing the Rams. We know Matthew Stafford
good doing it too, bro. Don't skip over that part, y'all.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Got my suit from down. I get all my suits from downtown LA. Big shout to Backer Formal Wear. He does all my suits for me. He does all the suits, man. He can do it, and it'd be surprised NBA players go to his shop too. So NFL. So we're on the red carpet. We're hyped up. Unlimited food and libations, and we're just having the time of our lives, man. And then of course I'm like, man, I'm gonna be here when Matthew Stafford wins the MVP. Which he did, but obviously we're walking upstairs, and that's where the NFL players are congregating. And of course, I'm interested in my Rams players. I seen other players there too, but I'm talking to my Rams. Hey, Kyron. Hey, what's up? Hey, you look. I was talking to Kyron. I said, oh man, is Puka here? Yeah, Puka's right over there, man. It's like, what? Cool. Chopped it up with Puka. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be surprised, Pierce. Us fans, you know, we talk stuff about the opposing fans of other teams, right? You know that.
Yeah.
Niner fans, but these players get along with everybody. So you see Puka talking to the guy from the receiver from the Carolina Panthers. You see a Niner fan talking to a Raider player talking to a Niner player. You know what I'm saying? They're all congregating, talking to them. Dallas is talking to a Giants player. So only people who really have beef are fans, you know, just whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But the players are in there talking, drinking next to me. I'm like, look at Dak talking to the Giants player. Like, they're all interacting because they have the same type. They have the same agents. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, what's up, dog? Like, it's just like.
Well, they got to play it safe in case, like, in today's world, they get traded. Like, you don't want to. Like, exactly. you imagine Jared Verse trying to go to Philly. Like, it's a love-hate relationship already.
Exactly, dude. So like, man, you know, like the Niner fans, we hate the Ram fans. And then I'm like, man, if they saw what's really going on behind closed doors or be at this red carpet, the players are mingling with each other, drinking, talking, eating next to each other, eating hors d'oeuvres next to each other. I mean, next to a Raider player, whatever, next to a Giants player next to me. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm like, okay, whatever. But I'm interested in the Rams players, and I'm cool.
Dude, I'm very jealous of like the red carpet stuff. The Radio Row was so fun. But this is where like the real action is, like at the
Yes.
award ceremony.
Yes.
We had some folks asking some questions in here. First one is Muad'Dib trying to get in on your secrets. How do you check the boxes to become a fan of the year? And that's not that you have to answer that, but I do want to take it back to you actually being not one nominated, but then announced as the winner. I was at that game. I believe it was the
Saints.
Who was the It was the Saints. Yeah, I was gonna say Lions, but it didn't feel right. It was a Saints game at halftime. You get pulled down there with Rampage. I think they tricked you. You thought you were just gonna play one of those halftime mini games.
Yeah, man, I was getting happy to win. Yeah, I was getting happy to win that.
Yeah, and then I had heard a rumor. That this was the game that potentially that they were gonna make that announcement. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I'm curious who it's gonna be. And then you walk out in the field, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit emotional. I was like, I swear, like, please let it be Damon. You know, that we don't have to go down the road with every single detail, but everyone knows the passing of Sal, and how close that you two guys were. And it you know, not to say that's the reason, because people are stupid if they think that, but it felt right. Like, one, to honor Sal, but then to honor you and the work that you've done to help grow the fan base, because people don't think about that. Like the super fans like you, the people who show up at tailgates, that spend money on tailgates and do all these things and are as vocal as you. This is what helps grow the fan base. It's like, oh man, that's my brother, that's my uncle, that's my boy. Of like, he's such a big fan. I want to be just like him and roll with him. And that's how I feel when I go to these tailgates, man. It's like I get excited. I get to see my boy Chris. I get to see my boy Damon. Like, it's a party. Like, it's bigger than the game sometimes.
Yeah.
And for you to be honored that way was so fucking cool. Walk us through that that moment, and then just the photos after, like you smiling, bro. Like you were like a kid in the candy shop.
Yeah, man, because they called me and I'm thinking I'm just gonna win. I said, "Ooh, Pachanga," because I like Pachanga, cool resorts. I'm thinking, "Ooh, we take my girl, okay, get a room with some money." I'm thinking like, I didn't think nothing about fan of the year because I didn't run for it. I didn't nominate myself. I'm pushing other people to run, right? So I'm not even thinking. It's not even in my head, fan of the year. I'm thinking like, my rep said, "Oh, you're gonna be at the game. You wanna play the game?" I was like, "Oh, Pachanga game." I'm like, "Oh my, can I win some money? How much?" Like, I'm like, "Okay, I can pay off my season." You know, I'm thinking all sorts of stuff. So they called me on the field. I'm just looking up at the thing. I'm like, "Okay, I just need to get 3 out of 4 right or whatever." And then I'm just looking at the screen, thinking, "Okay, the rooms, Damon, get this." I'm thinking presidential suites. I'm thinking, and then, I had no idea, man. Then when they called, you saw when she presented it to me, fan of the year. You saw me read my lips. I go, "What? I didn't even run for this." That's why I was all emotional. And I cried. I lost it, man. I just was like emotional. They're like, "All right, was it serious?" I go, "Man, you guys don't understand. I wish you guys would see what happened in the tunnel when they walked me off the field. I collapsed in the tunnel, bro. Like Jordan winning the trophy, the meme. I collapsed in the tunnel. They had to console me."
He's sitting there with the trophy.
Yeah, I literally cried. I literally bent over. They had to console me. There's like 3 or 4 people I remember patting me on my back. "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I just said, "I can't believe this. This is not happening." Like I had to just sit there by myself. I said, "Just let me stay here by myself, please." It was uncontrollable, man. Tears were coming down my eyes. You know, I'm human. I was crying. I was just thinking about, you know, Sal winning the same thing 2 years prior. Just thinking about all this emotional stuff. And then his daughter was at the game of all play. I'm like, "Dang, she's at this game. She's watching me here." So it just got emotional. And they're like, "Okay, you got to take a picture." And I said, "What? Picture of what?" Like, wait, what? Because I was like, "Dang, then." Oh man, it was just emotional, man. I had no idea. You know, I do this for the love of the game. I just love people. I love fans. I didn't even think about winning fan of the year. I never put myself in no boxes, no nominations. I show up to the tailgates. I show up to the practices and show up to everything I can. You know what I'm saying? And I tell any fan, "Hey, you want to hit me up? You want to ask me any questions about the Rams or just about sports in general? Come through the tailgate, chop it up with me." And it's just emotional, man. To get that, still gives me chills to this day. I never ever forget it.
it made me very happy. That game I went with our neighbor. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Hello World Beats. Love his music down here in LA. But he wanted to go just out of kind of what we just talked about is like, hey, if you've never been, come hang out at the tailgate, just come experience it. He had seen all my videos. He had seen videos people like you doing of like how much fun everyone was having at the games. Like they didn't even watch football, but just wanted that experience of going to SoFi and going to a Rams game. So I brought him and I had to tell him the story of like what happened. I was like, dude, like, he's like, why is it so cool? Like, dude, what Damon and the family and, you know, the fan base has gone through. You lose a brother like Sal. Mm-hmm. And to have him honored this way, you know, as you are the fan for the year is a really, really damn cool moment. I think for me, I got a little teary eyed when you hugged Rampage. just because I know him, and it's like I know it's a very warm hug. I know that person in that suit is very happy for you, and that was a very cool moment. Very cool moment. But there we do have a follow-up question since you mentioned tailgates. To move off the sappy sad shit, because this is Saturday, baby. It's feel good Saturday. We're streaming.
Talk about I still gotta talk about the game and what I did. I think you gonna be crazy when I tell you about like going to the so much stuff to talk about.
No, we'll get there, but I do want to talk about let's focus on our team real quick in the tailgates. What was your favorite tailgate game this year?
Always, I love my favorite tailgate game. It's always the Niner fans because some of my best friends of 30 plus years. My barber's a Niner fan. My best friends I've known since I was 17 are Niner fans. So if they can come out and everybody comes out for the Niner game to just talk noise, and I love it. I just love when the Niner fans get there and they have so much to say. And then one of my boys DJs for E40's personal DJ. He's a Ram fan. E40's a Niner fan. So it's always like, I just love it, man. I just love the mix of just, because, there are rivals and they always have so much to say. And it's just fun, man. It's just always fun. They come out in droves and we take over your stadium. Well, how many Super Bowls have you won? How many Super Bowls have you won since you took over our stadium? You haven't won since 90. Get out of here with that noise. Dude. That's why I go off the cuff and get out of here. VCR days. Hold on.
We'll maximize you here. We'll let you send that message one more time for the Niners fan. There you go. Here you go. What'd you say?
Yeah,
What'd you say to Niners fans?
To me?
What did you say to Niners fans?
I said VCR days, 1995, man, 31 years, 32 years. What do you get? You don't win nothing for perfect attendance or, we have the most fans. We took over your stadium. You don't get a trophy for that, dude. They don't give you the trophy for having the most fans at a stadium, dog. 1995, this is the VCR. You guys haven't won that. This is the VCR days. They always talk the noise, man. Them and the Raider fans always talk the most noise, man. It's just funny to me.
That's my favorite one in the group chat for the Tuna Fantasy League is to remind them. There's about 3 or 4 Niners fans in there, so it stays healthy and active. You got to remind them just a quick little to dust off the VCR cassette tape.
It's just crazy. Yeah, take over. I'm like, come on, you guys are the only fans that say that. Them and Raider fans say the same thing over and over, but it doesn't mean nothing. You have perfect attendance. What do you get? You get a Super Bowl for that? No. What do you get? Nothing. Thanks for bringing money to the economy too. Thanks for helping us build more stuff at SoFi because of your money.
Inglewood. Muad'Dib says Niner fans are just soon to be Rams fans.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's funny, right, Pierce? They hate beat LA, and then baseball season they throw on their Dodger hats.
That or Lakers hats.
Come on,
at least be a Clippers and Angels fan. But what do I know? Our good friend Chris, World Tour Ram, says, "Man, I missed the announcement. Then when I went to your seats to casually say hi like I normally do, you showed me this big old ticket." I was like, "What is that?"
Everybody's laughing. Everybody's like, "What is that?" Somebody's like, "Is that AI?" Somebody had a picture of me when it was AI. I remember, Chris sits in my section. I sit right by him, like he sits in the front of my section. Yeah. So it's just funny. He's like, "What is it?" I'm like, "Doug, I'm in front of the ear." "No, you didn't." I go, "What do I have this ticket for?"
Was that AI? We got AI in real life now? What is that?
Somebody asked me like when I posted my picture, "Hey, Demar, why you got an AI picture if you win a Super Bowl ticket?" Like, bro, I said, "That's real." "No, it isn't." And then all of a sudden, whatever social media, like, "Damn, it is real." Yeah, they're like, "Who you taking? How you gonna go?" Oh, blah blah. "What if the Rams don't make it? You still get to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, if the Rams make it or not, I still get to go to the game." So it's just funny. People asking me, because they don't know. So it's like, you have to give the ticket back if the Rams don't make it. I said, "No, I get to go regardless."
That is so funny. I was still. All I'm saying is I was waiting for my text like, "Tuna, get ready," but it's okay. Apparently, you got family and loved ones. Like, okay.
And that was my third Super Bowl. That was my third one, man. Third one.
So third one. Was this one? Obviously, the Rams one was the most enjoyable.
Yeah, of course.
But this one, it being in California, so we got a little bit of familiarity. I know you've been to Santa Clara already. Let's just talk about it, man. Getting there, you kind of talked about like what they rolled out for you guys when you got there. Muad'Dib had asked, what was your reaction to when Stafford won MVP? Because you're there, like you're at the awards.
I was hyped up. I said, "Who's hell?" I was loud, dog. Like people look back, like I said, "I'm sorry, my boy won it. I'm cool now. Now we need." I said, "Dang, he won it, but he ain't in the Super Bowl." I said, "Hey, we won it. Okay, I can go home now." I told her I was making a joke. I said, "Can I go home now?" They started laughing. I said, "I want to go home." Well, my team, my boy won it. I met Pook. I met Kyron. Okay, my job is done.
Nice complete. I can only imagine the excitement being there. Like me just being in the city. I've said it a bunch of times on stream already, but I like in business district walking down the street, some poor family next to me got an earful when I yelled. I just out of excitement, man. That's like one of my longtime football quarterbacks get to watch win it. But like, what was the vibe there at the award ceremony?
It was cool, man. Like, Puka was going off, but like some of it's kind of like, they're playing the E40's playing this song, singing. But the younger crowd, the younger NFL player, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Some were just like, you see the NFL owners were there. Everybody was there, man. It was just, I liked it because I'm happy, man. I'm eating food. I'm having a good time in my life. The crowd is, saying it's kind of, the NFL is very corporate, let's say, very stiff compared to NBA and major. But, Stafford won. Everybody gave him a standing ovation. And, his girls were there, wife, of course. Ram players are happy for him. I was hyped up. But the most hyped up person there was Puka Nacua, dog, from Jump Street, meeting him. Hey, what's up, Ram? Okay, you saw the video I did with him. And then seeing him in the crowd, he's dancing, him and his Hawaii. I was like, okay, he's hyped up, dog. Ooh, can you imagine him in the Super Bowl?
I mean, just seeing how he was in the NFC Championship game, which was obviously bummer of the year. Seeing how hyped he was and how hyped he was all through Super Bowl. He wasn't even in the game, and a lot of people were. I don't know if you got any thoughts to that. I know everyone is. He had that one incident with the stream, and then he just keep mouthing off on Twitter about the referees. Is it just? I feel like he's just being a dumb kid. Like he's early.
Yeah, 20s. He's 23, 24, bro.
Everyone,
man, come on. If I had some
got a little brother.
Yeah,
little brother does that shit.
Yes, I was 23 when the Rams were in here. I'd be at a sports bar saying, "You guys, I'm a Ram." Like, get your young ass out of here, St. Louis fan guy. Like, I'm 23, hyped up, going everywhere.
Yeah,
like when the Rams would play, be at sports bars. No social media back then. I was wilding out, 23, 24. So he's living his life, man. Like, come on. Then he'll look back, be like, when he's 30 something, he'll be like, "Oh man, I remember when I was, it's part of life, man. Just let him live. He's a great receiver, one of the best in the game, and shoot, let him live, man."
King J100 said Puka is a god, and then come on, Kobe said Puka drunk as hell.
People was turned up, man. It just and it's crazy if you think about it, Pierce. The last 3 years in the playoffs, the Rams lose. Think about it. The Rams had the ball in the last possession in every playoff game when they lost. They lost to Detroit last possession. They lost to Philadelphia last possession. They lost to this game against Seattle last possession. Right? It always comes down to last possession. The ball in Stafford's hands with a chance to win the game, man. It's crazy. I broke it down. I was like, damn. Now the next year it's at SoFi. He's gonna win it. So he's gonna win it and retire.
What was your apart from the award ceremony though? Let's talk about the rest of that. People you saw, people you met, the fans. Walking the streets of San Francisco. So talk to us, man. Because I've told fans like what I went through with San Francisco. But I want to hear it from you because you got the.
So I didn't even so I went to radio, but I didn't go into Radio Raw. I was outside. That's where I saw Jordan Schultz get interviewed. I saw at the NFL Honors, I got interviewed by a guy named Dieter Sports. He's very good at sports trivia. So we went at it 15 minutes straight. He chopped it up. We put on he put it up there. We went at each other at the NFL Honors. But the next day, just walking the streets, I saw Seth Rollins, the wrestler. NFL experience. I saw Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, I didn't see. I said Rams. He looked at me like I don't care, man. I'm hooping and hollering everywhere I went up in there.
You try to tackle him. You try to tackle him on the street.
He's just laughing. He's just walking by. He's laughing. And then went to the NFL experience. I saw the 2022 Ram fan, the Niner fan of the year. I saw the Seattle fan of the year. They want to take pictures and chop it up with me. The NFL experience is great, man, because it's free and all the fans are there. It is just a cool experience. You walk up, you see. I got to post a video of the Puka locker room when he broke the rookie record of I think receptions or something he did. Yeah. So I just trying to get all the Ram stuff, and of course you see all the Seattle and Patriots merchandise. You're like, man, this should be Ram stuff.
Exactly.
That's what I just kept on thinking, dude. And everybody coming up to me, man, the Rams should be here. The Rams should be here, man. What do you think about it? And the people wanted to ask me how I thought or what I felt. I said, dog, we didn't win it. They didn't win. So I can't do nothing about it. And then. Yeah, and then it's just leading up to the Super Bowl. They pick, if you want to talk about, they picked us up, wait to the Super Bowl, VIP, entrance, VIP, but they put us on the shuttle again. We go to the Super Bowl, and then Captain Morgan has a VIP open bar for us 2 hours prior to the game. And I don't drink, I only drink on special occasions. Let's just say, I was like, hey, you got bartenders? I said, you got water for me? Like, water? I said, yeah, man, I'm not a drinker like this, but unlimited for Captain Morgan. We're sponsored by Captain Morgan, the fan of the year. So, man, they had unlimited alcohol. Everything we needed for 2 hours, just cool vibes, man. And then The game started. Pierce, you know who I cheered for, right?
A bomb to go off, like no one to win.
Nobody. I didn't clap. I clapped for the national anthem, the Jets, the Bad Bunny, and that's it. I had my hands in my pocket. I didn't cheer one play for anybody. I did not cheer. I say it's like this. If you're a baseball fan, I'm an Angel fan, but I tell the Dodger fans who are asking me, I said it's the equivalent of getting tickets to a World Series Game 7, and you have to sit there and watch the Astros versus the Giants. Who'd you root for? They're like, damn. I said, yeah, I didn't root for nobody. My hands are literally in my pocket the whole time. I went to concession stand. I didn't care about the Super Bowl at all, dog. I was there as representative for the Rams. My hands were literally in my pocket. You can ask my cousin Malik. My hands were super glued to my pocket. Not one clap, not one applause. I just didn't do anything, bro. I didn't do in the Santa Clara, the stadium where they had us. Okay, thank you for the seats, but they had us in the 400 section. It was a workout walking up there. My legs were cramped. I'm like, dang, these are the seats or this like the legs. That stadium
I know
was
they
terrible.
were hot too. I know they were hot too.
That stadium was terrible, bro. Like not because of Santa Clara, but just the construction of it. I'm just like, yeah, this ain't the best compared to SoFi and other stadiums. Like, oh hell no. But it's just like I didn't care who won, man. I just applaud for Bad Bunny performance. Saw them loaded up, saw him perform, and I applauded that. But during the game, yeah. Anyway, so because I kept on thinking the Rams should be here, man. The Rams should be here. The Rams should be here. The Rams should be here. You know,
it's tough. And when I was walking through the fan experience, it's like I tell people it was the week before Super Bowl. Everything in San Francisco downtown, the convention hall, they booted it up like it was a big state fair. Like legitimately, it's the size of a state fair. Most of it underground, and a lot of fun for the kids. There's a bunch of activities. There is cool shit to see there. The Puka locker room, they've got a lot of Hall of Fame stuff. One of my favorite, two of my favorite things was one. I'm not sure if you walked through it. They had like the NFL quote unquote locker room where they had one player from each team separated by division, and it's basically like I would say about 90% plus of each player stuff was like on field worn things. Like I went and checked. I was like, okay, that's actually one of them was Jane Daniels. That's Jane Daniels' actual helmet. Like you could see the visor was used, the microphone on the inside of the helmet. Like you could see everything. It was really cool. And then the rings, they had every model of every single ring from every Super Bowl. And I love that there's a divide from like early 2000s to late 2000s where you see the break between the rings getting modest to just insane like they are now. Like there's I think it's the Patriots' fifth one is where it makes a big jump. And then you're just like, no one, you can't wear this shit. Like
you can't. You don't wear the ring, dude. You don't wear it. You put it like in
a belt buckle.
It is crazy. Like from the 60s, the ring, okay, Green Bay Packers in the 60s compared to the Patriots, you're like, damn, like how gaudy they are. And, you know, wait till the Rams win that SoFi this coming season. Dude's going boom, like.
USA expert. I love his comment. It says Santa Clara fittingly built on a land.
Yeah, even the players, you're talking to players, like some of the players, the NFL players, like, dude, don't have the Super Bowl here. It's now, you know, because in LA, you have things, Santa Clara compared to, it's like a distance away, nothing to do up there. You know, San Francisco's whatever, but Santa Clara, you're like, okay, you just go to the game and that's it. Like, you know, at least with SoFi, other stadiums, you have like the downtown area.
You're nearby shit. You're actually in LA, and I know people are like, oh no, it's Inglewood. It's like you don't understand. That's still LA.
Yeah,
the San Francisco one. If you're not from the Bay, like with moderate traffic, it's an hour away, and like not a LA hour where it's 10 miles, and it's a SF mile where it's literally 50 miles away. And so it's very frustrating. Muad'Dib asked, is there another super fan that you would kick it with? I know the answer already, so I figured if you want to give some shout outs to some other people.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm giving a shout out to all the other fans from the other ones I met from all 31 other teams, of course. I like all Ram fans, man. I'll kick with any Ram fan. Anybody just shoot, talk it up, man. I love all fans because, you know, I'm an experienced Ram fan, but there's newer generation who didn't see them play in Angel Stadium, who came maybe from St. Louis or some people, this is their first year or a couple years watching them at Inglewood. I embrace all Ram fans, man. I love to see the energy of the younger, because I was that young kid. I was that young 5-year-old. Then in my teens and my 20s, I was always hyped up. So seeing that from an older perspective, I'm like, I love the energy. I'm just sitting there like, man, I used to be that. Now I got these LeBron Ram miles on me, but I still support any Ram fan that wants to talk to me, say what's up. I say hi to everybody, man. I'm a people person. I love people.
And I can attest to that. I think I met you at was it at a tailgate or was it at a training camp? I can't remember.
You met me at training. I go, so what's up, fool? And I started making, I started, it was so dog. And then you're like doing media. I said, I see you, Pierce. Look at you. Hey, you got your sunblock on. So, that's how I am, dog.
I did not.
Hey,
I did not. I turned red. I did not.
I said, where's your sunblock at, dog? I'm on under the shade. You're over there walking the field. I'm just watching you and videotape you. I love that stuff. I just love the camaraderie of just people because, once you go to training camp, the season about to start. I get there early, man. I just love people, man. I talk to everybody. I'm approachable. Anybody want to talk to me about whatever, man. The only time people make fun of me, as an Angel fan.
Oh no.
That's how I demand. And you know what's funny, Pierce? You like basketball? Are you a basketball fan?
I am. A lot of the fans here know and give me shit, but I am a Boston Celtics fan.
Okay, so I'm a Laker fan.
Paul
but
Pierce. Paul Pierce. That's why. Paul Pierce.
Lakers. Who owns the Nuggets? That's where there's a conflict of interest because Kroenke and Dimoff. Yep. President owner of the Nuggets, and they play the Lakers.
Yep.
Conflict of interest.
I make it very clear. I am loyal to no billionaire. I like the team.
That's how
you got separated. You're like, I just like the team.
Dude.
That's it.
I love the Rams. When you own the Nuggets right now, we gotta go Lakers.
David,
I just love. My number one sport is football, though. I love football, man. It just brings people together from all walks of life.
Same for me. Football is I love it too much. I love analyzing it. Basketball, I am literally just a belligerent fan. It's Celtics. I don't care about anybody else. Like football, I love the Rams. The sport is great for me. Like the sport above all else. For basketball, I just rock with the team. David Roske here says LA Rams will be the Super Bowl champs next year. Super Bowl 61 at SoFi Stadium. So let's talk about that a little bit, man. Because being a super fan is more than just, hey, I wear the stuff all the time. It's more than just to hang out at the games. I love when I get to hear a super fan that actually knows football and follows everything, knows the sport beyond just their team as well. Like you're pretty tapped in with knowing what other teams are doing.
Yes.
So let's talk about the offseason so far. Rams brought in some bangers on the defensive side, fixing a problem that was last year, was the secondary. And now as the Rams' biggest fan, how are you feeling about the offseason so far? Are you feeling excited for the draft? Like, just talk to me a little bit about the offseason, the things that you're seeing so far. Mr.
We shored up our weakness, and it's funny because I saw the cornerback from KC play at St. John Bosco in Servite. He went to 2 high schools which are local to me, So his first 3 years, he made it to the Super Bowl. Think about it. The first 3 years, you play for KC, you make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then the 4th year, Mahomes and stuff like that. But he's going to come in. What's his name? Because I'm thinking about both of them. The one of them is Jalen, right? The other one is, what's his name?
Jalen Watson, number one. And then Trent McDuffie is the.
There you go, Trent McDuffie. Jalen Watson, Trent McDuffie. So I saw Trent McDuffie from his high school years, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then it's like, then he went to college. He played Washington with Puka. And I just saw him. I was rooting for him the whole time. And I remember he said, if I play for any other team, it'd be the Rams. Now he's with the Rams. Now he's local. He's home. So that could be put pressure on you, or that can make you excel. I think he's going to excel. Him and Jalen, they played together at KC. They're going to come to the Rams because Jalen played for Ventura College, so he's kind of back home too. He played for Ventura College and junior college. He played for Ventura College and junior college, and he went to, I forgot what college he went to, but he played at JC JUCO in Ventura, so he's practically home too. So it's just going to be great, man. And then there's 2 cornerbacks that we need to help bad because JSN looked like Jerry Rice against us, bro. He's killing us. You know what I'm saying? Some of these teams are just destroying us, man. It's like, damn it. And that, we get in these shootouts. Matthew Stafford can hold us up. Like we're the only team that can handle Seattle offensively, but defensively we struggled. Upcoming draft, everybody's like, get a receiver. I don't think you should get a receiver. I think you need to shore up the offensive line because you got to protect the quarterback. And the first thing that's important in any house is the foundation. You got to go offensive lineman. I hear about this guy from Miami. I would shore up the offensive line because you got to protect Stafford. This is the last couple of years. I'll protect the house. Everybody's like, which receiver are we going to get? We're going to get this receiver from USC Lemon or this receiver. Not me. Go offensive line because injuries to the offensive line are key. You have to protect Stafford. One of the oldest quarterbacks in the league now after Rodgers, I believe. You got to protect him, bro. That's the key to everything. You see when he had his MVP year, how many times he gets sacked last year? Not that many, right? If you throw for 40-plus touchdowns, Stafford is good receivers. I'm not saying he can make a receiver, but he can, Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. But you have to shore up the line. You got to protect him. So I would go offensive lineman, man. Left tackle or something. Protect the foundation, protect the house.
I love that. Again, I love having opposing viewpoints on the podcast because I don't want it just to be like, oh, what I say is the truth because I don't know shit either. I was arguing, hey, take a lineman in the second and third round if you got to. I wanted different positions in the first round, but I know there are a lot of fans that feel how you feel about, even though McClendon is playing great at right tackle, the injury concern. People get worried because 4 of the linemen throughout the year at some point did get injured. And I know this guy is going to love it as well. Yes, last night on stream, a big part of the conversation, the first 10 minutes was literally between me and this commenter, USA Expat. He was trying to convince me that is the move. So he is on your side on this one.
Move, man.
I love hearing that, especially the Miami guy. I know he's super big, like 6'8", 6'9". Yes. He was huge. A monster. Got another. So speaking of LA fandom and everything, Kamal Kobe asks, how was it in LA when the Rams left? How did your fandom handle that? Because you have been a Rams fan for 40 plus years. So whether you have certain memories about it or conversations you've had with Sal, because he had his own memories about the ebbs and flows of the organization. With thoughts, man.
When the Rams left, I was 18 years old. 19. They left in 95. I was 19, and everybody said, "Oh, your team's leaving. What are you gonna do? You better find a new team, Damon." I said, "No, I'm still gonna support the Rams." "You're gonna support the St. Louis Rams?" Some people abandoned. I said, "No, man. I went to like my local Sport Mart store, bought St. Louis Rams sweater, shirt, whatever." And they're terrible. They had like Tony Banks. Dude, they had like all these. I remember they drafted guys. Yeah, and I wanted Jerome Bettis. I mean, Jerome Bettis. Like, oh, he got traded for Lawrence. He went to the Steelers. We had Lawrence Phillips, you already know his story. We were just terrible. And people are like the Niner fans. My boy to this day is like, I remember the Rams lost to the Niners like 15 straight years. They destroyed us when I used to get made fun of. I remember some guys like, dude, I remember I was at the sports bar. I said, how does it feel to be 21 years old? I was 21 at the time. And you're never gonna see the Rams win a Super Bowl. They suck, man. You should have became a Raider fan. Because I used to live next door to a Raider sports bar called Larry's Pizza, still there in Fullerton. I don't live there no more, but it's like one of the Raider sports bar, like the Raider fans, and I would go in there and just sit there and watch them. Where the Rams get out of here, kid? You're never gonna see the Rams win a Super Bowl. You St. Louis Rams. I stuck with them, bro. Like through the painful times, man. You don't understand. Tony Banks, this person, that person, this running back, this offensive lineman, and then Trent Green. I remember, okay, we're gonna get Trent Green. Okay, yeah, man. And then I was watching the preseason game and got hurt. I said, oh, our season's over. 2-14. There we go. Rodney Harrison, and then you already know the rest of the story, dog. When the Rams won the Super Bowl in St. Louis, I cried. I was at a sports bar watching. I cried when they won. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
It's a great feeling watching your team like get it, because it's a long, like if you're invested in football, like I'm invested, season tickets, tailgate, merchandise, like you consume it. Like look at us right now. It's March.
And we're talking about
half a year away from any football happening, and we're talking about it like it happened yesterday. Greatest sport on earth. And so when you see your team do it all, like, man, I've been kind of spoiled the last few years because I've witnessed both my football team and basketball team win one in the last 5 years. Man, it's fun. You can't
Another tidbit. I know Leroy Irvin personally as a kid. His kids and I played together with school. His kids went to my church as a kid, and I met Leroy Irvin's kids, and we've been friends ever since. I know Leroy Irvin played for the Rams in the 80s, number 47. He's always at the tailgate. Little Demond. I said, man, I ain't little no more. I remember you little ass used to be a hyper, trying to steal my helmet. I used to be at his house. I used to be at Leroy Irvin's house playing with his kids, watching TV. Like, I remember Leroy Irvin, they lose to the Niners. I'd be like, is your dad do you have to move now because you lost? Because I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know, bro. Like, oh my God, your dad's going to be mad. He can't beat the Niners.
Is your dad going to get fired?
Yeah, I said one time, why can't you tackle Jerry Rice? Is he faster than you? I didn't know. I used to say all sorts of shit to him, dog. He remembers like, your ass was pestering me. I said, you can't get Jerry Rice. Why can't you catch the ball better than him? Why can't you intercept the ball? I was bad, bro. I mean, I didn't know. I was my boy. Now we laugh about it. He ended up coaching my cousin Malik in Pop Warner football. So Leroy Irvin and me are really close, bro. I know his personal number. Talk to him. Yeah, it's just crazy.
That's so cool. It's everyone's got their own memories of fandom. Like Rams House, shout out to Rams House. Check. Make sure you guys are checking out his YouTube channel. The Rams technically left where I grew up to know them because he's St. Louis. But I stuck with them. I just don't understand leaving your team because they moved. I got one friend, one of my best friends. I converted him over, and I love telling this story. Obviously, we're adults, and it's a really tough topic. Everyone's football experience is very different. He's a former Raiders fan, and he was never like super into football. He started getting into it more the last 5 or 6 years through fantasy. And because I like kind of bring him along, like, hey man, like you're in fantasy, pay attention to football. So as an adult, and he's like, okay, I'm paying attention to it now. All he's known since he started paying attention to football was the Raiders are just like an unserious organization. There's nothing fun about football. So it was hard for him to get into it. Took him to his first preseason game down here in SoFi. He experiences the tailgate, and I'm talking preseason, not even a regular game. Preseason, the tailgate, everyone's super nice. The stadium's amazing. He's like, all the colors, everything's bright. It's like someone who's colorblind seeing color for the first time. And he's like, man, you mean football's fun? That man bought a jersey that day.
Wow, that's amazing.
Bought a jersey.
Bro.
He came back down for the Chicago playoff game. We're down in Long Beach watching it. And so it's like, yeah, you can make fun of people for changing teams, but everyone's story is a little bit different. For him, it was more of like, oh, okay, I'm into football. And my first experience ever having fun watching it was because of the Rams. And so it's that ties a loyalty. And so like, it's fun to make fun of people who switch teams, but hey, when they come to the good side, man, you gotta embrace them because you want this fan base to grow. You're gonna get some converts. And I'm talking to some of the folks in the chat here. That Raiders fan base, man, is interesting. But yeah, I did want to ask you when they came back. So coming back to LA. So we talked about the bad times. What was your experience when the rumors are like, oh, maybe they come back to California, maybe it's LA. Talk to me, walk me through that, man.
So when they were coming back, I got a cousin who lives in Inglewood, right? Just before they came, and there's like I even talked to the mayor about this. The mayor was my Uber passenger, but I knew they're like asking questions like, hey, if the Rams came by, would you, just trying to get a lay of the land, basically. And I knew about this like in 2007, 2008. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ooh, the Rams. But then you hear about they're supposed to be coming. You hear the rumors, they're going to play here, they're going to play there. But then I said, wait a minute, I didn't know they're going to come to Hollywood Park. But I was like, okay, Hollywood Park, I used to go watch the racetrack and all this stuff and all that. But I go, until it's official, like I don't do rumors, I do facts. So once they announced the Rams were going to come back to LA, I said, holy F, I need damn season seats. I got to be there, man. Hell no. Because as a kid, I get thrown in the family section of, the nosebleeds, whatever. I got free seat through Leroy, but, they'd be everywhere. You're a kid. As long as you're in the stadium, you didn't care, right? I said, I'm an adult. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go get season seats. So, bro, when they first came, the announcement, I got overwhelmed with joy, man. Everybody hitting me up. Damon, is this true? Damon, you hear what's going on? I said, of course I hear what's going on. I said, I'm getting season seats. No, you're not. You're not going to get season seats. You're not going to afford them. Like, people always throw their fears on you. That doesn't work with me. I said, no, I'm getting season seats. You'll see. Bro, I got him at the Coliseum the first game against Seattle. The Rams it was so packed. I remember the preseason game against the Cowboys, but the first game against Seattle, they ran out of water, bro. They ran out of water, dog. Against Seattle, the Rams won. It was just crazy. I was just overwhelmed with emotion. I couldn't believe it. I go, man, my Rams are here at the LA Coliseum right now. It just overtook me, man. I just was like, I couldn't believe it,
I hadn't moved down to LA before SoFi, so I never made my way down here for a Coliseum game. I'm completely envious, and so I think that's the closest thing to modern fandom, like folks like anywhere between our ages, of knowing what it was like the St. Louis move to and from is the Coliseum move from there to SoFi. For someone who did not experience it, like the one image in my head always is either something from the Kansas City game, one of the greatest games ever played, or Robert Woods dapping up YG in the end zone. Like that right there is just pure LA sports vibes. Yes. I'm so jealous I wasn't here for that yet.
The playoff game against the Cowboys, we beat them. The playoff game, we're like, just like you said, the YG, Robert Woods, the Thursday night against the Vikings, the Monday night against the Chiefs, man. It was like, because it's supposed to be played in Mexico. Thank you, Shakira, for messing up that field that day for your concert, whatever. Thank you. And, because it's supposed to be played in Mexico, and Shakira had a concert, messed up the turf for the field. Like, we can't play. We got to move it to St. Cardinals. Bro, one of the best games ever. You couldn't even go to the bathroom. Remember, some guy went to the bathroom, got concerned. He's like, man, what happened? I said, bro, they scored 21 points. What the hell, man? I didn't go. I said, bro, I didn't leave, dog. You have to hold your urine. One of the shootouts, bro. You couldn't leave, bro. It was one of the best games I've ever seen besides the Super Bowl win. But it was like, oh my God, I'm here for this shootout. This is memories. And my uncle I went with, he's a KC fanatic since he was a kid. He likes the Chiefs. So we're just sitting there like, oh my God. It's just unbelievable, man. Just turnover, shootout, touchdown. Jared Goff, Rick and Aaron were just airing it out versus Mahomes one-on-one. I was like, damn, it's like a video game, bro. Even when it ended, even when it ended, you're like, is the game really over? Like, nobody wants to move right away. You're like, is it over? It was like a shock.
Can we do like soccer? Can we give them bonus time? Like just 10 more minutes. Just whoever has the most points, we'll call it. We'll call it.
Imagine, dude, if that was a Super Bowl game, if the Rams won a shootout like that, it'd be a heart attack, bro. As long as the Rams win, it's one of the best games ever. The Coliseum, I see the quote. Coliseum was different, man. The Coliseum was just amazing. Get there like at 4 a.m, 5 a.m. You think the tailgates are, man, because you're just hyper to see the Rams. They're just crazy. Because they're so small, compact, and USC played there. Coliseum was like 1920s. It's all old, but it was crazy, dog.
Chris, what a great addition to that about the Coliseum days being special, but it also says so much cheaper.
Yeah.
I do. Hey, man, if you have any pull with the organization in regards to Kevin Demoff, Mr. Stan Kroenke, if you want to holler at them, be like, hey, man, could we do a ticket freeze, a rent freeze on SoFi? Like, give us like a year or two of just not raising prices because we get it's expensive, but
God,
dude. Damn.
I'm like, you got all that. You got the World Cup coming here. That's money. You got Kanye concerts coming. You got Taylor Swift concerts. Hey, okay,
are you still asking me for money? Like, come on.
And I sit in the club looking next to Chris. Ask Chris about it. He could comment on our PSL, SSL payments. We're like, oh man. And then okay, our concessions are hella high, right? You go to Atlanta, their concessions are like $5. You're like, wait, what? That's it? Atlanta Stadium, bro. They give you so much food in Atlanta. I've been there. I'm like, man, our concessions are like 15, 20. We're like, oh, hell no. That's why I eat at the tailgates. Hey, man, let me pull up on you. I have stuff on my tailgate. I've been going to tailgates, Chris's tailgate, we're talking to SoFi tailgating, because it's just crazy, dog. Our prices are outrageous right now. I'm just like, damn, dog, this is crazy.
USA Expat. I don't know. I need to figure out who this person is, because I feel like sometimes they say things that are deep in the back of my mind that I shouldn't say out loud. Me being from Stockton, California, I'm very familiar with the Spanos family. Oddly enough, they wanted the one thing that I wish they did get their names on was my old high school, their football stadium. We had a dirt track for like 8 years just because there was no money to do an all-weather track. And so we had like a terrible football field and everything, like no turf for like 8 years, all because the school didn't want to let Spanos put their name on it and pay for everything. But that's neither here nor there. Them and their team being here in SoFi just feels weird. They need to go. You're still there. They still need to be back in San Diego. Manuel says, what's up, amigo, USA? Looks like people talking in the chat. I love it. But then Chris does mention, God, I just threw up thinking about the SSL and season prices. March 1st is the worst day of the year. And I'm getting this is my first experience with it through a good friend, Isaac. Isaac is a multi-year season ticket holder. Met him last year. One of my closest friends now. Met through football. And he's brought me to a whole bunch of games last year through his season tickets. And now, seeing that process through him right now and getting this next year's, God damn, man. They hold you. It's like a mortgage. And then on top of that, like they're strict with the payment dates. It's a damn near lifelong commitment to be a Rams season ticket holder. But part of that is because of you guys. I'd say the money is worth it because of tailgates. I have a question for you since Chris is watching. You don't got to shout out just World Tour Rams, but what special role do you think the tailgates play? The groups and the people?
Okay, I'm gonna talk about all the groups. Because people don't understand, bro. No mean to cut you off. These Booster Club people get there early. They come from Vegas. They come from Santa Clarita. They come from the Valley. They come from all over to get there at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I'm an hour away too as myself in the Inland Empire. But we sit there. We get there early to get in our space in the line and entertain the people that come from, the Ram fans and the opposing fans. But they don't see us lining up. That's why I always walk to, I walk up the tailgate line. We get there early, and I'm saying hi to everybody because they don't see the behind the scenes, what it takes to get there, bro. These people can get up at 2:30 in the morning, have to drive from Vegas. These people have to get up and drive from different parts, man. Like every Booster Club, and I appreciate all of them. I talk to all of them to their fans and say thank you guys so much because the opposing fans have a place to go. The Ram fans can go to any Booster Club and have fun at any of them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. You get to know these people, man. You're just like, damn, we all get here early, crack of dawn. You know, if we play the Niners, we get there earlier. If we play the Bills, like a big team will come in. It's just crazy. The atmosphere is just electric, man. And then they set up their tents, they set up their food, they set up everything, and it's just, I appreciate them all, man. Like it's just it's a commitment. Yeah.
It really is, man. I wasn't aware of how early they had to get out there to do all that before these last 2 years, and seeing the stuff that Chris puts on, seeing the stuff that everyone else does, DTLA Rams, Rams World Order.
All of them.
My brain is flubbing on like the 18 other ones, but every single one of them, whether there's a mix. Like there's the regular ones that I see all the time now that like I assume like, hey, I'm showing up and I'm hanging out with you guys. And there's always drinks and food on hand. But then every single time I go, I try to make it a point to go and hang out with one or two tailgate groups that I've never got to meet. Doesn't matter if they've seen content, they even know who the hell I am. I could just be a random ass person. I'm always with someone new, and they're always very welcoming. And that's why I encourage even rival fans, go to the tailgate. You're gonna catch an earful like, your team sucks, boo. But also, here's a beer. Do you want some carne asada? It is very welcoming. I've been to other stadiums. This is the best tailgate. Like maybe the Bills because they got tables that they crash through. But in regards to warmth and welcoming, Rams fans are unbeaten. What's one of the last questions I'll ask you here? What's one of your best tailgate memories, good or bad?
Obviously, my favorite tailgate memory ever.
Yeah. Meeting me, I love you. I love you so much. Hey, I love you.
NFC Championship game against the Niners, bro. I was there cracking down like 4:35 in the morning, and we knew we beat the Niners. We're gonna be in the Super Bowl the next a couple weeks later at SoFi. That was probably my favorite. The energy and all my the Niner fans of mine, the friends and the Rams haters were at my tailgate. Niner fans, oh, Damon, how's it gonna be to sit here and watch your team lose? Yeah, when we walk out of here, we're gonna this. And that was my favorite because all the Niner fans, escalator gang, bro. When they're up and they lost that escalator shot, oh my Lord, I can frame that on my wall, bro. One of the best feelings ever. And I got the footage of that. I cried when Jimmy G, when Aaron Donald tackled him, the interception by Trayvon Howard, boy. I lost it, bro. That's my favorite tailgate ever. Beat the Niners at SoFi after having that 10-point lead. They thought they had it. Nah, bro. I'll never forget that memory. That's my favorite tailgate ever.
Come on, Kobe. I already know what song you're talking about, bro. It's played at every single tailgate. Whether the Niners are in town or not, I hear it. One of the DJs is playing this song every single week. I love it.
Did you go to that tailgate? Were you there with that year? Or did you come later? Did you move later?
I came. I didn't come down here until right before 2024 season. So I've been in LA for 2024, 2025. Even last year in 24, like I went to some tailgates, but I hadn't met anybody yet. And so it was kind of like, hey, how you doing? Like, meeting. This past year was like from week one, like I guess people a little bit more familiar with me just having met some more people.
Yeah.
I can't explain like how kind everyone has been. Like, dude, I forgot which team we're playing around Christmas time. Somebody gave me a Christmas gift. Like,
wow,
cool. Shout out to Nick. I'm not sure if you're watching right now or not, but obviously him also being a Rams and Celtics fan hooked me up with the mug I use every single morning. So, just really, really kind, man. Yeah, I love the tailgates. The Rams house has a question. Nobody talks about how much our fan base is growing. You can really see how many more Rams fans are filling SoFi. That said, when do you think Rams fans outnumber Packers, Niners, Eagles when it comes to the home games? Do you think that'll happen, or do you think it's hard to
happen? You got to remember, Packers fans have been around for ages, man. They're one of the oldest NFL teams. They never moved, stayed in Green Bay. They got the Curly Lambeau. They got the other information. What's that dude's name with the glass? I can't think right now with the glasses. The coach. Vince Lombardi trophies named after him. So Packer fans, and think about it, it's easier to get into a game at SoFi than it is at Packer game. Because remember, those seats are sold out, and so you have to, Packer fans don't want to be out there in the winter time. They'd rather come to LA and go to Disneyland and have fun and do things out in LA and go to Hollywood. So of course they're gonna take over the stadium and pay more money because they want to be out here, bro. So and then of course the Niner fans or some of the Ram fans when the Rams left, there's no team for 20-something years. So of course you're gonna go to the Raiders or the Niners. I understand it. Shoot. It is what it is, but we're gonna just win another Super Bowl, and it is what it is.
I think every single year it adds to the fact, because I can't go out today, like even a year's difference, 2024, 25. I'm more likely this year to go to Ralph's in Sherman Oaks and just see somebody wearing a Rams hat or shirt. Like it happens almost daily now. Whereas before, I'd say like once or twice a week. It is growing, and a big part of that, I want the folks here watching to know, if you see a bunch of kids, young, like teenagers and stuff wearing Ram stuff, there's a good chance they've engaged with Rampage. The Rams have the hardest working mascot in the NFL.
He's everywhere, bro. He's everywhere, bro. Is he in Australia right now? Is he in Australia right now?
Shit, he might be over there setting up the field as we speak. But I do know, I have under good authority, he did over 600 events last year alone.
Wow, bro.
And that's the entirety of the year. And it's incredible what they do. They got the reading program. And so, shout out to the mascot program and, the community engagement program at the Rams for working with him. Like, you don't see other mascots doing that kind of work.
It's hard, man. It's hard work.
Chris even knows that's where it is. You get the kids locked in, you give them a little Rampage stuff, mascot, done.
It's crazy. As a kid, I don't even remember a mascot. There probably was, but when I was like 5 or 6 years, I don't remember a Rams mascot at Anaheim Stadium. I could be wrong. I don't know. There probably was, but I just don't remember seeing it. I was too busy looking at. I didn't know what tailgate was. I always called tailgate when I was little barbecue. I go, I want to go to the barbecue at the gate because I didn't know it's called tailgate.
Yeah,
barbecue. And when I was a kid, I was like, I want to go see the barbecue. Can I go to the barbecue? I'm gonna have a hot dog and a hamburger. I didn't know what the hell. I just was like, oh, the Rams are right there. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. I love it. Even the other fan bases that when I was out there, the 31 other fan of the years, like, man, you guys let everybody in. I said, bro, we're welcoming at our stadium, and we party with opposing fans because our family members are not Ram fans. Our friends are not Ram fans. So of course we're gonna let people come kick it with us. People are everybody's from some different thing. Everybody likes the Rams. How many people, my friends, like the Rams? None of my Rams. They didn't probably even vote for me fan of the year. They're like, oh, Demond, I voted for the Raider fan of the year. I'm like, really, dog? I voted for the Cowboy fan. Really, dog? Throwing it in my face. Oh, yeah, the Eagle guy, he won because of me. I'm like, okay. Just funny, dog.
It's the fan base is growing immensely. And again, we can shout out the tailgate. We can shout out the tailgaters. We can shout out Rampage. But what it comes down to, and it's very sappy to say, it is because of the actual living, breathing, hard-ass working, multiple job having fans like you, like me, like a bunch of other people watching this stream.
Appreciate you, man.
You dedicate time and your lifestyle to loving a sport and a team. Yeah. And it was honored with Fan of the Year. And I'm so happy. If anybody got to experience the things you experienced this year, it was you.
I'll never forget that, man.
And for people that are watching the stream that are just being introduced to who you are, maybe have seen you and like didn't really, haven't gotten a chance to engage with you so much. I'm happy that they get to see you on here hanging out with me today. Man, what's the next thing you're looking forward to before we cut out of here, man, for Rams? Is it the draft? Just looking for
the draft and the schedule, man. The draft and the schedule. Come on, John. I like both. Like, what do you gonna see more? I'm like, damn, do I like the draft more? Because the draft helps you build your team. Think about it. Who knew about Puka Nacua in college? Now, many people watch Washington or BYU. Yeah. Look where he came from, 5th round. How many people saw Jared Verse? Okay, Florida State. A guy named Aaron Donald. Not one person I've talked to in the last 20. When the Rams, Aaron Donald got drafted, ever saw him at Pitt. Nobody knew Aaron Donald at Pitt, bro. Not one person saw Aaron Donald at Pitt. I didn't watch Pitt. I watched USC, Pac-10, Pac-12, Big 12, all them other things. I did not pay attention to Pitt. But the Rams and their scouts did. Aaron Donald, you know what I'm saying? You get these type of people, Jared Verse. You get these Kobe Turners. What college did he go to? Who watched him in college, So you just see these people. Yeah, you've never heard of. Come to the Rams, like, wait. Then you go back and look. I went back and watched Aaron Donald's tape. I'm like, damn, he was a beast at Pitt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody hears Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper digs deep, this. And you're not going to get every pick right, but there's a building block to help build your team. And, the Rams have the tight ends. And, next year we'll see what they do, 13 personnel, 11 personnel. But McVay, Snead, Kroenke, and Dimoff.
Tony Pastore, too. Tony, too.
Yeah, brilliant minds, man. Brilliant minds can sit there in that draft. They see things, okay, who's this guy? Let's pick him up out of nowhere. Who is this guy? I never seen him play in college. Well, they have. That's their job. And can't wait to see what they come up with. Hopefully, an offensive lineman we have for the next 15 years, like a Jackie Slater type, Orlando Pace type, Rob Heavenstein type.
Mudeep said, you want Lemon, right?
Me? Nah,
Yeah.
I want a 6'6", 280 left or right tackle that'll be there the next 15 years, man. Shit, I want a Jackie Slater, Orlando Pace type, bro. Havenstein, stability, man. Havenstein was with the Rams forever, from St. Louis days to he just retired. I want a building block, man. The foundation. We need a foundation that can hold the line, man. Because think about it. Some of these quarterbacks get drafted. Think about it. Derek Carr, one of the cars. I always get confused. The older car.
David.
Yeah, when he went to the Tech, when he got drafted, he got second. Come on, dude. That'll mess you up, bro. Quarterback does not want to be sad. They don't want to be touched, though. I want Matthew Stafford's uniform clean. You know what I'm saying? Clean the whole year. Maybe get sacked 5. I don't want to.
He's with the O-line pick on there as well. Not to cut you off, but they're one of these last questions I want you to get close to send us out with. Is the chain heavy? We need to know.
No, not at all, man. I got so many. Hey, big shout out to Action Engraving. The chain is not heavy at all, man. It just feels cool. He's made all my chains.
Oh, that was Action?
Yeah, that's Action Engraving, dog.
Yeah. That's my sign right here. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he makes all the chains, bro. People are like, hey, because I wore that chain. There's orders that are coming into his page that people want that chain. And I think it's not even that heavy. Nah, the chain is just cool. It stood out. People want to wear the people like, hey, let me wear your chain, dog. Can I wear it? Let me wear your chain. How heavy is it? It's just cool, man. I'm gonna tell you the next chain he makes me is gonna be a big boo, but hey, he's making me an Angels chain.
I thought it was.
But he has Rams.
It's not gonna be you're not gonna wear my face around your neck, bro. That's
I can wear no. Hey, he can make you a Celtics chain. He can make anything. Action Engraving is the business, man. I even met him in person. I was like, oh, Dave, what's up, dog? Like, he made me an emergency chain, but yeah, he's a real deal, bro. He can make anything, man. Yeah, he makes all my chains for my giving props on all my posts about everything, and I see he's making a whole bunch of other chains for the other fan of the years, man. He's really great at what he does, man.
He's phenomenal. Yeah. He hooked it up. I don't want to spill all the beans, but he definitely hooked me up. He was like, "Are you going to show it on the podcast?" I'm like, "Duh, it's the whole point." Yeah, he's so awesome, man. Kamal said you got to wear that chain every single day, every single game this season.
I'll bring it out. I don't want to show it too much, but I'm trying to look like Mr. T. Have all Action Engraving chains.
Hey, have it in the rotation, but nah, man, I'm gonna let you get out of here, bro. You gave me an hour on a lovely day outside right now. That is Los Angeles.
Appreciate you, bro. Hey, send me that clip, the intro clip you did for me. Text it to me, email it to me. I'm gonna post that. That's a bomb clip you did for me, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. It's 3 clips on your Instagram that I just ran back to back. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, the way you did it is bomb, though. The way you did it,
it's
awesome.
Lazy editing on my end, but so whoever made the original edit on that music video is phenomenal. It was really, really good. But what I want to do, I'm going to maximize your face here on the screen. And as the Rams 2025 fan of the year, send us out with a message to the Rams fans.
Ram fans, hey, make sure you guys come. Check out. You haven't been there. If you have been there, you better come by SoFi Stadium and yell, whose house? Rams house. See you at SoFi Stadium in preseason in October, regular season in September. Pull up on me. Say what's up to me. I'm easy to talk to. I'm approachable. Hey, big shout out to Tuna Pierce, this podcast. Thank you for having me as a guest, man. Much love.
Man, you guys heard it here. Rams house all day. If you have not been to a game yet, make sure that you are looking at the schedule when it comes out. Get your flights in order. Like Moody says, only be loud on defense. We're going to have to teach some of y'all some etiquette, how to cheer on your team in the stadium if you've never been there before. But if you're planning on coming to SoFi this year, it is mandatory. If you are a part of this community, you have to go to the tailgate. Come an hour early. Find me. Find Demond. We'll give you a tour. So I'll give you a tour myself, but come to the tailgate. Enjoy the whole experience because it will make you want to come to the mecca that is Los Angeles football over and over and over again. Demond, sir, fan of the year. Thank you. It is much delayed, but thank you for coming on. Appreciate you. Everyone, make sure you're following Golden Ram Buzz podcast. Make sure you're checking him out. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everything there. Follow him if you want that super fan, another friendly face, the Unk out in the tailgates. You want to follow him. Not to age you, bro, but you're Unk to me too.
Good, yeah, pull up on me, dog. You saw me. Hey, Demond, you got me here to set up me. I said, yeah, you're like, damn. I said, bro, we got everything up in here.
I'll tell that story as we fade out here. It was Isaac, my buddy, he's been in a bunch of games. It was one of his first tailgates, and like he does. I don't want to say like, oh, it's the Stockton in me, but it is the Stockton in me. If I have to drink one thing, preferably, it's Hennessy. And he agreed. No one had it. Chris usually does. He was out. DTLA didn't have it. So I was like, man, I hate to say this, but I think I know one person who definitely has Hennessy. It's probably Damon. So I hit you up, found you. You're like, oh yeah, hold on, I got you.
The way you came up on me, like, hey man, I don't mean to make it sound like, but you got the Hennessy. I'm like, dog, what's up? You like the way you heard it so funny, dog. I'm like, yeah, come on, dog. My cousin was rolling, laughing. Like, oh, really, hit them up, dog. My cousin was laughing the way you approached. Like, oh, this is funny. Hey, trust me, I always have that on deck. Big bottle Hennessy.
It was bad. It's definitely from the streets. But I appreciate you, man. We're gonna end the stream here. Definitely stay on though, so we could holler for a second. But everybody, thank you for